It's official, history has been made in Africa. Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana have shocked the entire world by tearing down their borders and merging into a single nation. 3 flags lowered, 1 new flag raised, a union no one thought possible, now a reality in southern Africa. This is not trade. This is not a treaty. This is revolution, the birth of one government, one people, one destiny. Is this Africa's long-awaited superpower rising, or a dangerous gamble that could collapse under its own weight? Stay with us, because the answer will shake the continent and the world. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss powerful stories like this one. To understand the gravity of this union, we need to step back and look at the bigger picture. Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana are not just neighbors on a map. They are countries bound together by history, geography, and a shared struggle against colonialism. For decades, their borders were drawn not by their people, but by European colonial powers. Namibia was under German and later South African rule. Zambia, formerly Northern Rhodesia, was a British colony. Botswana, then called Bechuanaland, was also a British protectorate. These artificial borders split tribes, communities, and families. Yet despite these divisions, the people never lost their cultural and social ties. Fast forward to today, and those old borders are being erased. Together, these 3 nations, now looking to form a new state stretching across southern Africa, from Namibia's arid deserts to Zambia's mighty Zambezi River, down to Botswana's diamond-rich plains. This new country covers over 1.5 million square kilometers, larger than France and Germany combined. Its population crosses the 35 million mark, and its natural wealth is unmatched. Copper, diamonds, uranium, fertile farmland, and world-famous tourist sites like Victoria Falls and the Okavango Delta. On paper, this new nation is not small, it's a giant waiting to rise. But this isn't just about land or resources, it's about rewriting African destiny. For the first time in modern history, 3 independent nations have chosen to erase colonial boundaries and say, "We are stronger together, united under one vision for the future." The question on everyone's mind is simple: why now? Why would 3 independent nations suddenly choose to dissolve their borders and become one? The answer lies in 3 major reasons: economics, security, and unity. Let's start with the economy. 1. Economic power. On their own, Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana are relatively small economies. Namibia's wealth relies on ports, fishing, and uranium exports. Zambia depends heavily on copper. More than 70% of its revenue comes from this single resource. Botswana is Africa's leading diamond producer, but with a small population, its domestic market is limited. Combined, these 3 economies become a powerhouse. Namibia's ports provide Zambia and Botswana with direct access to international markets. Botswana's diamonds fuel regional industries. Zambia's copper powers industrial growth. Together, they are no longer small players. They are a united economic force capable of competing globally. Second, security and stability. Security is the second reason. Southern Africa is rich in resources, but also vulnerable to threats, poaching, smuggling, and geopolitical pressure. Alone, these nations face limits in protecting themselves. Together, they can pool military strength, intelligence, and border security. A united defense system makes the country resilient and stable. 3. Unity and Pan-Africanism. Finally, unity. Tribes and communities that were split by colonial borders now have the chance to reunite. This is more than politics, it's identity. And symbolically, it's a concrete step toward the dream of Pan-Africanism, showing the continent that unity is possible, not just an ideal. So what does this new union actually mean for the people? Economically, trade becomes faster and cheaper. Farmers in Zambia can sell directly through Namibia's ports. Diamonds from Botswana can fuel industries across the region. Together, they attract investments once out of reach. Second, infrastructure. Instead of 3 governments building separate projects, one united country can fund mega highways, railways, and energy grids that connect millions of people. And third, identity. citizens can move freely, work anywhere, and embrace a new shared pride. Tourists exploring Victoria Falls or the Okavango Delta now enter one country, a symbol of unity and strength. But every bold move comes with challenges. First, politics. Who will lead this new state? Namibia, Zambia, or Botswana? Without a clear power-sharing agreement, tensions could rise. Second, economic disparities. Zambia relies on copper, Botswana on diamonds, Namibia on ports. Balancing wealth and resources fairly is critical to prevent regional resentment. Third, identity and culture. Citizens must adapt to a shared nationality. Will they call themselves Namibians, Zambians, Botswana, or embrace a new identity? Uniting hearts and minds is as important as uniting lands. The formation of this new nation is more than a regional story. It is a message to the entire continent. If Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana succeed, other African countries might consider unity over division, cooperation over competition. Economically, this could redefine Southern Africa. A united state negotiates better trade deals, attracts global investments, and creates millions of jobs. Politically, it sends a message. Africa can make bold, independent decisions to shape its own future. Beyond economics and politics, this is a story of identity and pride. Citizens are now part of something bigger, a living example that Africa can rise above colonial borders and unite as one. Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana have done what many thought impossible. They have rewritten history. The world is watching. The question is simple. Will this bold experiment succeed and light the way for a new Africa? Only time will tell. Africa's story is being rewritten before our eyes, but if we don't tell it, others will twist it. Every like, share, and comment pushes this message further. Every subscription strengthens this Pan-African movement. Join us today, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and stand with the spirit of justice, freedom, and Africa rising.